Hello and welcome to Ask Me Monday with Jessica of Jessica on Babies. Today's question comes from Coral, who asks, I know it's not about babies, but how did you handle sending your first off to kindergarten? Any tips to stop me from having anxiety all the time? Well, yeah, school has recently started, or the first day is right around the corner, and for parents of new kindergartners it sure can be nerve-wracking. You're entrusting your child to a somewhat unknown element, a teacher you barely know, a bunch of kids you've never met. Your child will have to follow rules and meet expectations and eat and use the bathroom and do all sorts of things you're not used to having her do without you there to help her. If your child has been in preschool at all, the transition's a little bit easier. You already know they can handle someone else's authority, the structure of a school day, and eating and bathroom habits without you. But there's still something about kindergarten, real school, especially public school, that's terrifying. I find that, for me, part of the anxiety stems from my own first day of school experiences. After all, I had at least 16 of them. And I was one of those good kids who cared so much about following rules and not getting in trouble, that the teacher liked me, making friends. I find I project all of those anxieties onto how my child must be feeling. My oldest will be starting second grade next week. That'll be his third first day of school. And I'm finally starting to look at the first day from his perspective instead of mine. He likes school. He has a different set of expectations for himself than I do. I also have the advantage of knowing he did well and adjusted well twice before, and that he's bright and he loves to learn. He's friendly, he's outgoing, and he doesn't have any trouble making friends, unlike myself. He also really likes having the structure and the routine of a school day and a school week, which is much preferred to the boredom and lack of schedule that we've had for the last month or so. A few other things that have helped me tremendously and hope will help you. First of all, remember, kids are incredibly adaptable. While your child might have trouble separating from you for the first few days or weeks, remember that your child is not the only one in that class who's having a first day of school or a first week of school. Also, remember, it's not the teacher's first day of school, typically. Remember that the teacher has had a classroom full of new 5- and 6-year-olds many times and knows what they need. And in kindergarten, they know the kids still need hand-holding and love, that they're still little, that they still need to move around and play. If you know anyone whose kids already go to that school and are entering older grades, talk to them about how the school works, what they like about it, if they have any first day tips for you. Maybe they know your child's teacher. Maybe they can give you some tips on what can help you and the teacher work together on to make your child's transition smoother and easier. Typically, it's very reassuring to know that plenty of other parents and kids and teachers have been through this year after year, and everything turns out fine. And if your friends or neighbors do have any concerns about the teacher or the way the school is run, then you'll at least have some forewarning of signs to look for and an idea of what you might be able to do about it, whether it's requesting a transfer to a different classroom, meeting with the teacher in advance, or spending some time volunteering in the classroom yourself if you can and have the time. Since I have 2 younger kids, going on 3, I don't have time to volunteer in my son's classroom, unfortunately, so what really helped me in the past was talking to the parents that do volunteer. They're there, and they can see what he does in class all day, and they were very, very nice and kind about reporting back to me on all the things he did in class, what he said, the funny things he did, how enthusiastic he was, and how he handled everything. And you, of course, are always within your rights to make arrangements to visit the classroom, either to observe or to help out. And it's something you should take advantage of if you can. Definitely attend those meet the teacher events they have before school starts. There you'll get tips and information from the teacher and other parents and the PTO on what you'll need for the first day. You'll get to meet the teacher and air your concerns if you have anything specific about your child and her needs. You'll get to see the classroom, see how it's put together. You'll see that kindergarten classrooms, they're typically much more like preschool classrooms than like, say, a 5th grade classroom. The kids will have assigned seats, probably at tables, but they'll also have lots of other things to do. There'll be a rug where they'll sit to hear stories and do show and tell. There are stations around the classroom where they can go do art, look at books, choose other activities, and so on. They won't just be sitting at a desk all day. That's not how school is for little ones anymore. The biggest thing I think to remember is this isn't your first day of school, it's your child's. And his or her school experience is not your school experience, whether yours was positive or negative. We want our children to succeed in school. We want them to want to go to school, and projecting our anxieties onto their expectations won't help them or us. Instead, we need to address their concerns. Let them ask questions about what's going to happen. Find out what they're most worried about. Helping them with their nerves might help settle yours. Finally, go to back to school night. See what your kid has already done those first few days or weeks of school. See how well they're doing. Let the teacher tell you about all the great things she has planned for the year, and meet some of the other parents. The more in the loop you feel, the less anxious you'll need to be. Good luck to you, Coral, and your big kid, and enjoy this new stage of life. If any of you have any more first day tips to share with Coral or anyone else out there facing a first day of school, please feel free to comment here or on the Facebook page. If you have a question you'd like to ask for Ask Me Monday, like Jessica on Babies on Facebook and comment to one of the Ask Me Monday threads I post throughout the week. Or you can feel free to send me a private message through the page if you'd like to be anonymous. Also, check out my blog, jessicaonbabies.blogspot.com, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great week!